You know, P. Diddy is going down 2024, y'all. 2024. Make no mistake about it. He knows it. He know his time is up. He's going down 2024. So apparently, he has sold certain things earlier this year, and he also sold Revolt. Well, stepping down. I believe he sold Revolt, right? Now, I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. The lady he is with right now is not doing well. So, like Nino Brown said, she's going to tell it. And when she tells it in New York, he will be going down. Now, it wouldn't surprise me if he has another passport and he goes to Cuba, because a lot of y'all don't know he's Cubana. P. Diddy is Cubana. He might have ties to the country of Cuba. He might pull off one of those situations before the year's over with. Or they may have revoked all his passports he have in other countries besides America. Because see, a lot of y'all don't realize a lot of these artists, these people in the industry, they have more passports than the president have passports. Let me say that again. Most of these artists have more passports than the presidents have passports, certain parts of the world. Okay? Be as it may. Now, he's going down, I say, by January. And he ain't going to be the only one going down. It's going to be another big tycoon going down. You get what I'm saying? They're going to start making examples of our people. They've been making examples of their people. Now it's time for them to make examples of our people. And let me tell you why this ties into Passan Hamble. I want you to pay attention why it ties into that YouTuber. We know his last name, right? Let's just say he's related to Tevin Campbell. Let's say he's related to Taisha Campbell in the industry. They have the last name Campbell, right? We know what happened to Tevin Campbell under Quincy Jones. It wouldn't surprise me if P. Diddy relinquished on Quincy Jones, who was known to do certain things in the industry. He is the godfather of a lot of these men. And he has done things that are very suspicious. Tupac talked about it before he passed away. And I believe he touched Tupac in certain areas, just like P. Diddy touched Biggie in certain areas. In the room. The room, get it? The room, going into the room. Listen, I want to tell you guys something. When you see a lot of ladies into a certain dude, and the dude is very suspect, you don't want to deal with those ladies because they suspect too. So even though that these ladies is going to get their just due financially, that should let you men know to be mindful of who you are dealing with, who you talking to, and who you hanging around with. So all of this is happening while we are in a war. We're in a spiritual war. We're in a spiritual situation right now. Is your spirit getting right, or your spirit is going to stay stuck in this dimension? Which one is going to be? Y'all hit the thumbs up, support the Cash App. Let's go, support the stream. Because I'm going to get into things, and we got to get these funds coming in, because I'm going to get, they're going to send somebody to try to talk to me and say you saying too much and this and that and the third. you know, you're doing your petitions again. We want you to be quiet. So y'all know y'all got to support the Cash App. Y'all know the routine. New York is going to be the test ground for multi-millionaires and multi-billionaires to get jailed next year, because New York is broke, Chicago is broke, LA is broke, San Francisco is broke. And a lot of these artists, they need their money. They know that the politicians get involved in these type of atmospheres too. Keep an eye out on the New York mayor. He's on the list. He's being watched. The mayor done pissed off the people in DC. And it's a matter of time before accusations is going to be going on him too. Everything's going to come out about his creepy behind self. Hiding behind the marriage. You know what they always say. A lot of these dudes hide behind these women, so you don't think anything of it. So because they hide behind a woman, they get to do a lot of flibberish acts. The mayor of New York, the P. Diddy's and them, you name it. They always talk about dudes that don't have chicks, right? They always talk about dudes that don't have chicks. They always talk about dudes that don't have chicks. At the same time, them dudes is taking care of their business. They're not trying to get into any relationship. It be these dudes with certain chicks and dibbling, dabbling into certain things to cover themselves, and these ladies cover them as long as they're getting paid under the table. They had enough of Diddy. They had enough of him. They're tired of him. And when I saw Nino Brown pull out the receipt of 50 Cent, 50 Cent knew P. Diddy get down like that. He never liked P. Diddy. And he showed the video of P. Diddy smacking Jay-Z's behind. Jigga get his butt smacked behind. And then we got the tape of 50 Cent releasing Casey being harassed, and she was unclothed, and she had the sheets on in fear of Diddy doing frivolous acts to her. How he get that tape? How he get that tape? He down with them people. They're all going to turn on him. The question is, since we know P. Diddy has a dark path, is he going to tell on Quincy Jones and them? Is he going to tell it? Is he going to testify in the state of New York who's down with what and what they do? Is he going to take people down with him, or he's going to be locked up in the rest? Hey, can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Put a one in the chat if y'all can hear me. Put a one in the chat if you can hear me loud and clear. I was speaking too much truth and my video stopped. Put a one in the chat if you can hear me loud and clear. Put a one. Okay, yeah, they try to stop my video. So now I'm moving on. I'm on the go. Okay, so I have to be on the go and talk about this. Listen, they basically letting us know that New York is going to be the place where they're going to take down the billionaires and the millionaires, because a lot of these places don't have the money. So they're going to start tapping into these dark left-hand side of the people, their funds. So this is why I tell you guys and ladies to get out of these places. It's a ripple effect. Listen, the country is broke. okay? Especially the North. Do you guys agree? Put a 2 in the chat if you agree that the northern states is broke. Put a 2 in the chat if you agree that of getting people's dark thing. They all involved in something. They all dibble something. They all dibble and dabble in something. Okay? I do believe that they are taking everybody's funds and telling them, look, you better not say nothing about what we do. We got to take you down because we need these funds. We need these funds. There's too many people in New York. It's too many people in Chicago. It's too many people in these places. And we're bringing more people in. Yo, they're going to bring a more migrant wave across the border in January. This is all, P. Diddy knew he was going down earlier this year. He knew it. He knew they was going to take him down this year. The thing is, what's behind this? People don't understand that a lot of these places is broke. And a lot of you going to get a wake-up call with your income next year. Don't think it's just P. Diddy falling down. No, this country is falling down. They can't hide who they are anymore. And so they have to turn on each other. They all turning on each other right now. They all turning on each other. The internet has shown us one thing. If people want to look you up and want to search what you're doing on the left-hand side or the right-hand side, they could do it. And he knew his time was coming. And Gene Dale's about to release the tape real soon too. So Gene Dale's been on it before all these other people talking about the situation. Gene Dale been on P. Diddy's behind for a few years now. Now, the powers that be don't want him to release the video because they're involved in the Biggie and Tupac situation. However, Gene Dale has been telling a lot of truth. He has a YouTube channel. You could go check him out. You know, he was the bodyguard of P. Diddy and other people. When they didn't take out Gene Dale, it's probably because they don't know who Gene Dale knows, and Gene Dale probably gave certain tapes away. So if something was to happen to him, he got their names too. He got other people's names besides P. Diddy that's involved in these situations. So that's why they fighting over taking down P. Diddy. He must have pissed somebody off at the same time. He ain't saying names. He gonna have to start saying names. Because it's over for him. It's over. It's over for you, P. Diddy. You didn't do good by the people. You stole from everybody. You always want to be in the video. You got Suge Knight arrested. There's no doubt about it. Suge Knight ain't no angel. Suge Knight ain't no angel yet. We know you got Suge set up. Because Suge was about to tell the business with Irv Gotti in them. With the dude that used to help Jay-Z. What's his name? I forget the dude's name. The dude from Harlem that helped Jay-Z at the same time Jay-Z left him, Rockefeller. So we know Jay-Z get down because why would he allow P. Diddy to smack his behind? 50 Cent was told to release that tape. They gave him permission to release that tape of what happened to the young lady. Yeah, Dame Dash. Yeah, Dame Dash. Yeah. They was about to do something powerful, and the powers that be there allow them to do it. They shut it down. You see, as long as you tell your people to get at one another, to steal from one another, to take men's wives, or these ladies is taking dudes' husbands and they married at the same time. I'm telling y'all, man, this 2024, if you're not on the right side of the economy, you're going to see a lot of losses. I'm telling you, get away from these demonic energies. Get away from them. It's time to separate from them. It's time to separate from these demonic energies, y'all. It's time to separate from them. It's time to separate from them. Diddy lost Ciroc too. Ciroc removed themselves from Diddy. Diddy's losing all advertising right now, y'all. He losing a lot of advertising right now. He gonna be behind them walls real soon. Them celebrity walls. Or he's gonna try to flee the country and not come back to America. If they didn't take all his passports yet. So we will not be hearing from him for a long time, y'all. He gonna out hide it. He try to hide if they let him. If that's part of the deal. If that's part of the deal. You make no mistake. Either he's gonna be locked up in some celebrity prison, or he's gonna be in another country, Cuba, or any sanctuary country where America is not allowed to get its citizens that did wrong by the people. Don't be surprised if he has an escape plan, if the people help him. The thing is, those people ain't gonna ever get the money. They ain't gonna ever get the money. You gotta understand something. New York is broke. Listen, New York is broke, y'all. The northern states is broke. I don't know how these people gonna get the money. Who has been to New York? Who has been to New York this year? Put a 1 in the chat. If you've been to New York this year, put a 1 in the chat. Guys, I saw a video. The trains is 2 hours, no cap, 2 hours to wait for a train in New York after 10 o'clock. 2 hours. Yo, it's bad that it's so bad that they went a different route. It used to be 30 minutes. You gotta wait for a train for 2 hours. I heard through the grapevine that the MTA is gonna go no more 24 hours because they can't afford the bill. They're losing a lot of money. And because they're losing a lot of money, oh, you know why it's taking longer trains? Because they cut the salary. They cut the salary. Remember what the mayor said in New York, we have to do 5% cuts. There's too many people coming into New York, too many migrants coming into New York. And because there's too many migrants coming into New York, they had to cut the train salary to pay the people that's working for them. It's over. It's a wrap. The left side of New York, the left side, the dark king of New York is going down in 2024. And all the New York rappers or CEOs under him is under watch. And this mayor This mayor of New York, you know he down with them other people in other parts of the world. So, man, I'm telling you, man, every time you have one of our so-called people in charge, this is when the heavy hitters of the left side is going down. The dark king of New York, the left side of the king of New York is going down in 2024. It will hit headlines throughout the world. They're going to say a mogul has been arrested. Or they're going to say the mogul has left America and he's in hiding. While that's going on, you better check the company you working for. You better make sure the company you working for is not bankrupt. Because a lot of people ain't gonna get their hours like they used to. You may not get a pay on time. We've seen the banks, it's been having issues lately. Your Banks of America, your Chase. People going on strike in the higher ups, these quote unquote rich folks, they protesting. They not showing you it. A lot of rich folks is protesting, y'all. A lot of rich folks. You will be surprised. A lot of rich folks are protesting more than the people that's going to these sites and gigs and barely getting by. Listen to what I'm telling you. The rich folks are protesting more than you protesting right now. They do it differently. They do it differently. And how I know that is because it's more rich folks in the north than it is in the south. It's more rich folks. They love the northern states more than the southern states. Even though the northern states, you pay more taxes than the southern states, they prefer to live in the northern states for whatever reason. Because they want to do their dirt in the north. Not to say they don't do their dirt in the south. It's just that they could get to do their dirt more in the north. And you got to also understand that P. Diddy's been staying in Harlem. He's been staying in New York most of his tantrum this year. Why is that? Because they told him to. So I see we got Solomon King in here, Devon Adams in here. We got a moderator member, King Connect, in the building. What's going on with you, gentlemen? What's going on with y'all? Hold on, I got something coming on my screen. Okay. So my thing is this, right? Him losing these businesses and losing a lot of money is letting you know and letting us know that to be mindful in your ramifications of who you intervolving with, and do not be doing things you know you're not supposed to do. For far too long, this man thought he was untouchable. Nobody's untouchable. Nobody's untouchable. And see, when these ladies finally have enough of you guys, they're going to tell it. And then the men going to tell it too. He knew that eventually all the things he do in the dark will come to the light. They all turning their back on him. They all tired of him. They all tired of him. The ladies are tired of him. These dudes is tired of him. Jay-Z, you next. I'm going to say it here before any content creator. Jay-Z, you next. Because, Jigga, you have not done right by the people, too. And see, you only relevant because Tupac and Biggie passed away. I'm not saying they're innocent, yet you would not be where you at if it wasn't for Tupac and Biggie out the way. The question I have for you, the listeners, do you believe Jay-Z was in on it because he wanted to be number one so bad? When Biggie and Pop passed away, they raised Jay-Z up. P. Diddy and Jay-Z had a interesting, you know what, wink wink relationship. Why would Jay-Z let P. Diddy smack him in the behind like that? Grab his behind like that? Gloves is off. You ain't gonna let no man touch you in certain areas. You're gonna knock the ish out of them. You're not gonna play that game. You're gonna take matters into your own hands. You're not gonna play. You ain't gonna let no man touch you a certain way. So for Jigga to allow Diddy to do that and kept on rapping, because we didn't get to see that part. I remember when Jigga and P. Diddy and 50 was not known yet at the time, yet they didn't show that part. I remember seeing a glimpse of Diddy, you know, walking around Jay-Z. They never show that camera angle, so they allowed 50 Cent to release that tape. What did Ringo say? They got tapes on everybody. They got tapes on 50 Cent too. They got tapes on all of them. And I'm going to hit you up with something. Do you know companies got tapes on you guys? On you ladies? Or you think because you work in a site they ain't got no tapes of you? They got tapes of you too. What's the definition of company? Meaning you have people come over, right? Right. So all these company sites you work for, they know where you live at, right? They know who you are dealing with, right? That's the same thing in the industry. The industry is you could come in and do whatever you want to do with me. Is I'm lying? Is I'm lying? We haven't had no privacy since the fall of Adam and Eve. We have not had no privacy. We've been surveillance since the day we was born. We're surveillance by the top surveillance, the Most High, the angels, Christ. And then you got the left side, the Debos. You always been watched. You don't have to have a cell phone to be watched. They have different technologies that they know what you're doing, and they keep tabs on you. And the Most High keeps tabs on you. Everybody's watching everybody, right? Your ladies is watching you. Your children is watching you. These people you talk to watch you. So don't think for 1 second, oh, nobody's watching me because I'm making $11 an hour, $12 an hour. You better think again. You better think again. You're being watched too. Just because you're making minimum wage doesn't mean you're not being watched. You're being watched too. You don't have to be a millionaire and billionaire to be watched. We have seen historical points of people that is not quote unquote successful being watched too. A lot of you in the chat, you being watched. You don't ever have to do YouTube content, but they watching you. like they watching me talking about P. Diddy. Somebody of his camp is going to get this video. Let's get 2 more cash apps. Let's go. Let's get 2 more cash apps. Can we get 2 more cash apps? Let's get 2 more cash apps, y'all. Let's go. Can we get 2 more cash apps? So all I'm saying is this. I say by January, either they will lock him up in a celebrity jail, or he will escape to Cuba or to another country and flee from his persecution. You can't run from the Most High, P. Diddy. You cannot run from the Most High. We will be talking about this as the investigation continues. So with that said, Solomon King, Devon Adams, King Connect, shout out to you for the $5 cash app. Appreciate the cash app. I'm signing off, y'all. We got another cash app, I believe. Hold on 1 second. Oh, that's not another cash app. I thought it was another cash app. All right, y'all. I'm going to get off out of here. Y'all take it easy and peace.